Morning, world history. How's everybody doing? Well, now I come to you from my glorious office that I just set up. Anyway, uh, yesterday, last evening, I turned my guest room here into a recording studio or a little lab here, and I've set up a projector, and I did some lessons last night. So I wanted you to know that today I'm going to ask you to take notes on two videos, but I'm not going to ask you to turn it in until Monday. Okay. So, there'll be an assignment today in addition to that, but I want you to do this quick assignment. It's going to be basically, I'm going to give you a list of some global issues. And I want you to put down what you think you know and what you want to know. So you're just going to make a column, a chart, and put what you know and what you think you know about each of the issues. Okay. Doesn't have to be lengthy, just a couple of bullet points on for each one. Okay. So when you are done with that chart, I have put two videos and I broke them up. They're both about 20 minutes. So the first one is on kind of the history of disease, and I'll show you a chart that shows the pandemics over time, the biggest pandemics, and I'll really make some key points there. So, and explain how kind of disease got started to begin with viruses. And then the second part is just about viruses in general. And so I wanted to give a little bit more information because people seem to be like having a ton of questions. So I thought those two videos would help to get started. I'll make some more today. And then at 10 o'clock, I'm going to live stream about HIV. And so you're welcome to jump in and watch on that. And so you will. I'm also going to ask you to take some notes on that HIV one. Okay. So they're each about 20 minutes. So you're going to have 3 videos to take notes over, and it will not be due until Monday. Okay. So a quick chart to fill out and then some videos to take notes on. You don't have to have a lengthy notes. I'm just going to ask you to have 10 points from each video. Okay. So 10 facts from each video. It's not very much. Stop. 10 points from 10 facts from each video. There's 3 videos to watch, okay? And make this chart. That's your job today. But it's not due until well, actually it won't be due until Tuesday because you don't have class on Monday. So if you're watching from first period or second period, since you don't have class on Friday, obviously you will have more time to do yours. So just keep in mind if you want to do it over the weekend, that's fine. I'll just post the assignment to everybody, but it'll have different due dates because some of you technically don't have class today or don't have class on Monday, right? So anyway, 3 videos, one on the history of disease, one on viruses, and one on HIV. And I will live stream HIV at 10 o'clock this morning, okay? So those are the videos you're gonna watch over the next weekend here, and then you have an assignment on filling out kind of what you think you know about some global issues, and then next week we'll get into those a little bit. Then it's spring break, so we'll wait to see what happens after spring break. The reason why I'm picking HIV first is because this was a disease that we struggled with as a world, and it's still a pandemic. It's still considered a pandemic. It's still happening. And as you've seen on the wall, 12 seconds, there's a new infection in the world every 12 seconds. And there's a new infection in the United States every 9.5 minutes. So just say in the course of this video, there's 2 more infections. Like, that's crazy to me. So anyway, those lessons that we should have learned, I can see some of them being applied right now, and others I don't see us still learning from. And again, it becomes that behavior piece. Like, can you change the behavior of people? So Gavin Newsom yesterday saying California's all shut down, not just the Bay Area, everybody's done. And he was saying if we don't do this and do it well, right? Like, that's the key part here. We can't just like half-ass do this. We have to do it well. And if we don't do it well, what's going to happen is that there could be 25 million people in California that get infected. So in the video, I'm going to talk about like keeping the numbers down and these other pandemics, how they blew up so fast. And so how do you keep those numbers down? And so what I'm hoping is that it'll help to illuminate a little bit more, encourage you guys a little bit more that you are, as I'm going to tell you in the video, superheroes for staying home. I heard some stories that people are out in Alameda. I don't want to see that. Like, you guys, it's really serious. And I know as young people, like, you're looking at these people in Florida partying on the beach and you're like, oh, sweet, I want to be there. No, I don't know what they're doing. Like, that's so dumb. It's going to skyrocket. And the thing is all of us have people we care about that are at risk. So I heard a lot of you talking about in your writing about grandparents or parents or friends or family that have compromised immune systems. And those are serious things. So to take that lightly, that's not cool. We really need to think of ourselves as protecting all of those people, right? So try to think about like how you can play a role in that. Also heard this morning in Seattle, they're so short on supplies in the hospitals that the nurses went to Michael's Crafts into the fabric stores and were buying their own supplies to make things to protect themselves, to make masks, to make gowns. What? Like, that's how serious this is. And Anthony Fauci, who's the director of the CDC, and let me tell you, that man does not play. If he's saying overreact is not even enough, okay? He was saying that if you're overreacting, that you're probably barely doing enough. And this man was around for HIV, Ebola. Like, this guy knows his stuff. He's not playing around. And he was saying that what might have to happen is that Trump will have to actually set in play the Defense Production Act. And what that is it's kind of like during World War II, where actually people who were there and we needed supplies, ships, we needed bombs, we need whatever, we need planes. He actually, they instituted this act that said, okay, basically your factory that used to make, I don't know, say pencils is now going to make weapons. Okay. And they can take over a factory and say, okay, you're now going to make medical masks. You're now going to make medical gowns. You're going to make face shields. So they're thinking about turning some of the factories that make other products suddenly into defense production facilities, because this defense is not about war, but it is about the war on this virus. So anyway, that could be intense. And then in thinking about all of that, my aunt, who is 84, I said she was 83, she's 84, she decided to answer your assignments. So my aunt is stuck at home. She is a big-time cancer survivor, and so she has isolated herself on purpose. And so she decided to do your work with you. So she's taking world history with you, and she has decided to answer the questions. And so she did the first assignment, and I'm going to post that today so you can see it. It really gives a lot of interesting information, and she really talks about like how she can relate this to World War II and what it was like as a child during World War II. And so I'm going to post her response so you can see it. My aunt's name is Jo, and Jo Ruth, but I call her Annie Jo. And Annie Jo posted what she feels, and my mom is also working on a post. And so I just thought it'd be interesting for you to see a perspective of this virus and what's happening from somebody else's perspective, and especially an elderly person. Not that my aunt acts elderly at all. She's a firecracker. So is my mom. But I do think it's important you hear from somebody else's perspective. And so my aunt was a nurse, and she taught nursing, and so she knows a lot, and she wanted to share her thoughts with you. So I will post that today so you can read over it. You don't have to comment or anything, but for a grade, if you want to comment, you can. But I want you to hear what she had to say. Okay. So your assignments for today are as follows. Okay. So just to recap: 1, you're the do now. 2, watch this video and comment. 3, I need you to watch both virus videos, the one on disease and the one on virus, and I need you to watch both of those and take notes, and either watch the live stream at 10 o'clock or eventually take notes on HIV. Okay. So you're taking notes on 3 videos. Those 3 videos, I'm only asking you to put 10 facts down for each video. So that's not a lot. Okay. So 10 facts per video, 30 facts total. The do now. And then the assignment today is a chart, and you're going to fill in what you think you know and what you want to know about each of those topics. Okay. And then we'll see what happens next week, and we'll see what happens after spring break. I know it's kind of scary to think if we don't go back to school. Like, I don't even want to talk about that. I just don't want to talk about that. So we'll just put that on the back burner and not give that any energy, and just focus on today. And you will have till Tuesday to get these things done. Okay. So anyway, feel free to reach out. Hit me up. I've got meetings, or I would do some chatting today. Maybe this afternoon. I'll see if people are around after I finish my meetings, and try a little hangout. So, okay, I think that's it. So I hope you enjoy the videos, and it's keeping you interested at least. I don't know. Or you're just like, Ricard is ridiculous, and she's in her basement teaching. Yeah, pretty much I don't have anything to do. So, yeah. Sock puppets are next. Get ready. Because, yeah. Maybe I'll turn my living room to a giant tent. I don't know. And I got to get a couple of supplies gathered up, but I'm going to do a cooking lesson too. So, I don't know. I'm going to be kind of bored this weekend. I might do a cooking show. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. Hang in there. Please stay safe. Sending love to everybody, because I know some people are really struggling. So sending you a big hug, fist bump, whatever. And I believe in you. You got this. Okay. Feel free to reach out. All right. Love you. Bye.